Hello, listeners, and welcome to another episode of Earl and Our Business Podcast, the show where we discuss hot and controversial relationship topics while sharing our love journey along the way. It's your boy, TC.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. It's your girl, Kiki.
That's what we doing?
I was just matching your energy.
Oh, I don't know if you can match my energy, so you might want to stay with your lane.
Oh, no, I can match it.
Okay.
For sure.
All right, what we got going on today, baby?
We want to shout out all our listeners once again. Thank you, everybody, for rocking with us. Another episode, another week into our podcast. So we thank you.
31. We up to 31.
There you go, baby.
Counting, as they say.
So today we got a great episode in store for you. I think we have all heard about this topic in some shape or some fashion, or maybe even had our own personal experience. So let's just get into it.
Okay, what is it? What's our topic for today, baby?
Is it okay to have a work wife or husband?
Hell no.
Yes, it is.
Hell no.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you want me to come home happy, I gotta have somebody at work making me happy.
Oh, okay. You won't be coming home.
I know that's right.
Let me get to the scripture.
We're gonna need it.
Proverbs 6:34 reads.
Not Proverbs. We always got a word for Proverbs.
Always. Ooh. For jealousy arouses a husband's fury, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. So you better go tell that work husband, if you got one, better back the hell up.
Okay, here we go. You coming off a little hostile. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody to back up.
Oh, he do.
There's no he.
You know what's best for him. He might want to do that.
Okay. Let's just stick to the topic for today, because this is not related to me. And I hope it's not related to you.
Oh, no. You swear I got plenty of them.
I don't say that. You got book wives. Shout out to Cover to Cover
Yeah,
Book
I do
Club.
got book wives, but I evidently...
Oh, you do?
That's what they said. I didn't say it. They said it. Not me.
Look at you smiling.
They said it. Not me.
So you got a lot of wives.
Evidently,
you gotta shut them down.
Concubines. Plural. More than one.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna see about that. So, I guess we should just start out by asking, can you have a work wife or husband? Like, what's your thoughts on it?
Hell no.
Okay, you say no. I'm saying no too. But I guess we need to kind of like define it.
Okay, what do you define it as?
I don't know. I guess like a work spouse is kind of a term or like a phrase that's mostly used. Like when you're talking about a coworker, you may share like a special relationship with them.
You laugh awful hard over there.
Mom.
Don't make me pull up in that government building.
Like, you can't get it. And so
I'll kick in the door, waving the full floor. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Yeah, okay. We'll see.
Let me get back to
ICE, National Guard, I don't care who it is.
Oh, my Lord. Ain't no man in this. So you don't even need to worry about it. I mean, there is a few men, but...
Exactly. Yeah. I'll be right there. What's that? 409.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know the address.
Okay,
I'll be right there.
Anyway, it's kind of a work relationship with having similar bonds, and that's related more to like a marriage, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think people go around, they say, oh, that's my work husband or that's my work wife, and they look after each other at work, and it can be something a little bit more.
Oh, it's definitely more.
Okay, so what do you foresee it as?
I think it's more. And I'm saying this from my perspective.
And your experience.
Not my experience. My perspective.
I'm teasing you.
It's definitely more dangerous for a woman to have a work husband.
Where do you go with this?
No,
you always start with this. Go ahead.
Can I finish?
Please, go ahead. It's more dangerous for a woman to have a work husband than what?
Than a man to have a work wife.
No, it's not more dangerous. It's equally dangerous. And equally unacceptable.
Yes, I'm not going to disagree with that.
Okay, so I can't do it, you can't do it either.
I don't plan on doing it, but what I'm trying to say...
So why do you think it's okay?
I didn't say it was okay. I said it's more dangerous for a woman because a woman, y'all are emotional. Okay. It's harder to break a emotional connection than it is a physical connection.
And there's some men that have emotional connections with their work wives as well.
You ain't got to roll your neck like that.
Okay, because you know I'm telling the truth.
I can't wait till we start going live and these people see you rolling your neck and snapping your fingers.
And they gonna be in agreement with me.
No, they not.
Yes,
like,
they
she
are.
crazy as
So your point that you're trying to make is that women are more emotional, men are more physical. So when y'all normally have these work wives, it's just because you're physically attracted to them, and it's easier to break it off. Because of physical attraction.
No, that's what I'm saying.
What?
I said for men, I think this is just my opinion. So let me put that out there. This is just my opinion that for men it's less dangerous. Just listen, because work wives are normally the ones who will bring cakes and things like that. We're just gonna eat the food and be fine. Whereas, a woman, you're gonna want to talk, and if that man gets your attention emotionally, you're attached more. That's fine. You don't want to hear me.
No, because the work men that I'm saying that are opposed as husbands, they are just as equally wrapped up in the emotional parts of it as well. Now, it may start off as physical, the woman bringing you a nice little meal or doing this or that, that's a little cute here and there, but guess what? It leads to something way more dangerous.
I didn't say it couldn't, but
Sometimes it does. No, I think a woman is more in touch with her emotions, and we can back off quicker than what a man can.
That is a lie.
But regardless of what is more dangerous or not, I don't think that's the point that we need to make here. The point that we need to discuss here is more so of, is it right or is it wrong? Mm-hmm. It's totally wrong for both people, men and wives, to be engaged in having a work husband or work wife. That's all that I'm saying. I don't think that you can sit here and say because it's more dangerous for a woman than what it is a man that it's acceptable, babe. Regardless, it's not acceptable.
Not in any way, shape, or form did I say that. What I said is I think it's more dangerous for a woman, period. I'm not saying it's dangerous, period, overall, both men and women. That's why I'm not one of those, I have no work wife. I don't never want a work wife. I'm good.
Yeah,
I can cook my own damn food.
You definitely can. Well, if you can't, I can, and I know how. Watch your mouth. I know what I'm doing.
Okay,
I know what I'm doing.
What's on you tonight, then?
Yeah, well, we already ate.
Right.
So anyway, I think when you have these work relationships, let me call them that, it creates close emotional bond. Sometimes you have a deep and personal connection.
I'm just saying about emotions.
So I'm talking about both ways. You're just saying it's more for a woman than what it is for a man, and I'm arguing that that's not the case.
Women are more emotional than men.
That's fine, but what I'm saying is that sometimes the men are just as equally emotionally attached to the relationship than what a woman is.
Okay, baby.
And regardless, it's wrong. So because the woman brings you little cakes and little food and little danishes and everything else to get to your belly, and you're sitting there looking at her butt, it's okay because that's not as dangerous. But a woman who does it with a man, because he's talking to her and making her feel good and giving her the emotional components of it, it's more dangerous. No, baby.
Let me ask you this question, and we both saw this video. So it was a guy who was getting married. Remember this? We saw this video, and his work wife, I don't know if she snuck into the wedding or what, but she came and she got the mic and started proclaiming all of this stuff to the new, or soon to be, I guess they was already married by now, the new wife, and she was mad. They had to drag her up out of it.
Well, again, we haven't got.
I've never seen.
We ain't get to, but we were talking about boundaries and limits. But
yeah, but I ain't never seen no man go to no wedding and get on the mic and proclaim all this because it's emotion's not going to do that.
No, I have seen men get up and say, "Oh my goodness, I'm leaving this job. I'm going to miss my work wife," in front of their real wives that is actually there. So I have heard that and seen it.
And that woman ain't smack him in his face?
No. The real wife just sat there because she was like, no.
Well, that's because she don't want to leave.
Well, then that's the case. So sometimes if you're missing something at home, you go and gravitate to something else that's at work.
Not saying you don't.
Okay.
Not saying you don't, but okay. We can table the debate about which one is worse. Because I think both of them are bad. Period.
Yeah, both are bad.
So I'm not. But I was just making a statement about women with it being more emotional. It's hard. It's definitely harder to break an emotional bond than it is a sexual bond.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree with you with that. Whether whoever it is, female or male, definitely. But I also think, again, when we were talking about that, some people have these relationships out of support They feel the emotional support, the advice, and the help with work-related tasks. They can create these connections with that other person. And because of that, that kind of starts a relationship.
Okay.
And people say, what, you're at work more than you're at home.
No, that is true.
So that's
definitely at work more than you're at home.
So that's like a known fact. You know, you're at work more than what you are at home, but does that mean that it's okay for you to have somebody at work of the opposite sex that's looking out for you, or you have some type of connection with?
That's a good question. I don't know how to answer that one because I've never had that experience, so I'm good on that one.
Yeah, and then they also say, you know, you have shared experiences when you're at work. You're in a shared office space. You're in a confined area. You're working on projects together.
The same bosses and same ignorant people that y'all.
Yeah, so then you start talking about, or you go out for a happy hour and you at work, and at the bar talking about it, and you're like, oh, well, this guy kind of cool. This guy kind of or this woman, oh, shoot. Well, she doing something for me my wife ain't doing. She bringing me something or doing for me. And we talked about this in another episode when you're not taking care of at home and your spouse have a void, and it's easy for them to go to work and have that void filled.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people really more people have experienced it probably without an official title than what they're putting on. Yeah.
I would say that's probably true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
get to what were you about to get to your boundaries and limits?
Right. So I was going to ask, if you do engage in this work wives, work husband affair or relationship, is it important in the beginning to have boundaries or discuss those boundaries with that person?
I think that's hard because I think initially you're not even thinking like that. You just think, oh, this is just somebody I work with. It's just a coworker. You're not thinking on a level, oh, I'm going to be intimate with them or I'm going to share a lot of information with them. I don't think about it like that. And I work with a lot of different women, and I'm not sitting there thinking, oh, well, yeah, I'm going to.
Well, we know you ain't thinking. But the point that I was trying to make, and again, you said that you're not really thinking about it, and you really don't. You kind of walk through work, especially with a bubble. But there's been many times when I'll be like, kind of like the lady that came to your part-time job and bought you. Well, no, she actually came up to you and boldly said something about, oh, I like when a man do something for me. Remember the lady?
You talking about that Indian lady?
Yes, and the guy had to say, like, you had to ask somebody else, is she flirting with me? But again, you walk through work in particular with a bubble, so you don't really see something that's happening. And there have been women that have brought you cakes and all this other kind of stuff. You sitting there trying to gobble down, and you telling me somebody brought you this, and I'm like, why would she bring you this? Yeah, that's just the next person. So what if she started with just something that small, and then every week she continued, and it kind of cultivated into something bigger?
I don't think it can, because, and this is just me, so fellas, if y'all experiencing this or you having this problem.
I was just going to say, boundaries would be something like you would tell her, you did it once, you can't keep doing this for me.
Yeah, I would do something like that, because I don't think about it I damn sure don't think about it like that. So, and you've heard me say women will bring me stuff at the gym. It happens. But they're bringing it not just for me. So most of the time it's 2 or 3 of us. So I'm never thinking about it like that. But at some point in time, I would just stop accepting it on top of that.
When you learn that? When you learn to say that?
Because my woman be schooling me. She be giving me the tools so I can evade these young ladies who might be trying to get with me.
I'm not convinced.
Whatever. So for me, my boundaries would be, okay, if I see something that I deem or consider overboard, like this, and the story we're talking about was a patron that came in. I don't know, she was there for practice or whatever, and she literally said, in essence, it's all the good men are gone. She said something like that. All the good men in PG County are gone.
Yes, they are.
And she said, well, no, actually all here at the gym. She said something like that. But I didn't take it as nothing. But then as I sit down and I thought about it for a second, I was like, and I asked one of my coworkers, who's a man, I was like, was that lady just flirting with me? He was like, hell yeah. But for me, I didn't pay no attention to it because, one, She ain't my Kiki. She ain't my queen, so I'm not looking at her like that. I'm not thinking about it like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a compliment, I guess. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll take it as that. Oh, thank you, appreciate it.
And keep it moving.
But keep it moving.
Right.
You know, it only becomes a problem, and I've said this to one of my coworkers. It only becomes a problem when you take that second glance. And this is how we was having a conversation. And I said, yes, I see women. Mm-hmm. I know there's women out here. There's beautiful women out here. Mm-hmm. But the moment I take a glance, and then if I got to turn my head the second time, she got me. There's a problem.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So that's why I was telling my coworker, I said that second glance is the problem.
Okay.
So that's how I phrased it. We were talking, that's how I phrased it. That second glance is the problem. Okay. You're going to see women.
Right.
It's inevitable.
Right.
Especially where we work.
Right, of course. But to me, I don't care about necessarily seeing them, speaking to them, and all that other kind of stuff. It's when you're starting to create a relationship with them. And that's a partnership or something like that with them. That's when it's problematic. And that's the like working with a coworker and y'all just working together, handling the task, whatever. You know, bye, see you tomorrow, and there's no additional emotions or attachments to it. That's how when you start going home and you're missing that particular person, or you can't wait to go back to work the next day and be around that person again, and y'all going to lunch and y'all constantly with each other all day, that's an issue. And that's the point I was trying to make with this coworker. I said the problem is when you take that second glance, you go, oh, look at that booty. Now you're fantasizing about another woman that's not yours. Right. Right. And that happens. Right. So for me, and you've seen me do this, and you probably heard me say this. Mm-hmm. I will purposely not look up if there's a female and I think she's looking at me or something like that. Right. I don't even want to entertain it. Mm-hmm. So I won't even look up or even give her the time of day. Mm-hmm. Now, is that going to work all the time? I don't know. Yeah. But for me, it works for me. Because it's hard to have a conversation with somebody if you don't even see them. That's true. Mm-hmm. So I try to not even lift my head. Mm-hmm. Or if, let's say, I'm driving, I'm not looking. If I see a female that might be up, I'm not looking over there. Right. I'm going to keep my eyes on the road. Right. It's hard to have an issue if you don't see anything. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying that's the only way to do it. There's other ways you can do it. There's men who have just self-control. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I consider that. I just have just self-control. It's no biggie. Right. I'm not entertaining you. Okay, that's nice. Thank you for the compliment. Right. And keep it moving. I will keep it moving. Yeah, definitely. All right, so let's transition. Where are we transitioning to? To problems that can arise with work spouses. So I would like to start by saying like boundary crossing. And the term can apply to a level of intimacy that may cause issues for your actual spouse and partner. And some may argue it may feel like a form of emotionally cheating. Yeah, so let me ask you a question. What would be, give me a scenario or an example of what you would consider. For me, I wanted to make it as personal as possible. For me, if I have a work spouse, which I know I'm not going to have it. Right. So I don't want to get you riled up already. Right. I heard the disclaimer. Okay. No, so I think for me, it will be someone, and again, if she bring you a little cupcake or something here and there, that's fine. It's when you're creating a relationship and the two of you are starting to connect. That's when it becomes problematic for me. So, you know, you're talking to her and y'all talking about things unrelated to work. You're getting to know her more on a personal level. Okay. You're doing things outside of work. You're speaking to her all the time. Your thoughts that run through your head all the time are relating to the two of you. Okay. Those kind of things. And then again, if y'all become connected, she comes to you and say, TC, I'm having the same feelings that you have. And hold on, I think I'm feeling an attraction to you, or I think I'm starting to fall for you. Mm-hmm. That's when it becomes an issue for me. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know, I think that especially this climate today, that in working in the work environment, you need kind-hearted people. You need people you can talk to. Absolutely, yeah. But I can't sit here and act like, you know, you speaking to your coworker should be completely against all odds and should never happen. That's just crazy for me to have that expectation, because that's not the case. Y'all work together. Y'all need to talk sometime or whatever. I'm just saying that it's clear that there's no relationship initiating from those conversations. Okay. And if you're able to separate the two, if it's solely work, then I'm perfectly fine with that. You know, if I got to talk to Jan after work, or I got to call her, or we need to talk about a project, and you're able to do it in the front and the open with me, and you're talking with her on the phone, and then just strictly
So if I go outside and walk down the street and have that conversation, you be like, what the hell is up with this?
Yeah. I'll be coming down there. I'll be running after you. No bra or no.
I ain't over what you running.
Yeah, you will have to worry about me running in, goddammit. You definitely will. So again, I feel like there's something to hide. So if you show me that there's something to hide, or you sneaking in the bag from the text or something like that, I'm just talking to my coworker, or me and my coworker just going out for drinks after work, and every night you're doing that.
So let me give you a movie reference. I'm gonna give you a movie reference, and I know you're gonna crack up because we always laugh when we see this part. So in the movie Brown Sugar, when he's on the phone with his so-called best friend. Mm-hmm. And she's on a date, and he's on the phone to see it. And then his wife comes out. So, in essence, and this is just a question, do you feel that was what kind of led to them getting divorced, or getting to the level where it was where she started cheating too? Because she was like, I'm sure they're doing something, because he's always with her. Mm-hmm. He's always on the phone with her. Mm-hmm. She knows everything about him before I do. Mm-hmm. So, do you think that led to her, in essence, stepping out?
I wouldn't say that led to it.
Richard Lawson.
I wouldn't say that led to it, because I think all along their journey of being together, they knew they were professional partners.
Professional couple.
They weren't, there was no connection with the two of them. But I think with her seeing that, she started to realize, oh, you know what? I don't have his heart the way she got his heart.
Right.
And then, of course, other scenes in that movie, when she went to the bridal shower and she knows everything about him.
Everything.
And everybody's turning around looking like, hold up.
Maybe he married the wrong one.
Ding, ding. So, again, in that scenario, I would definitely say, we just need to sit down and have an assessment here.
Yeah.
Y'all seem to be way more, it's cool to have a best friend of the opposite sex a little bit, but that's just,
I disagree with that.
Okay, well, we'll have that conversation on another episode.
Yep.
So, yes, that's too much. So, yes, back to the problems. What's another problem with having a work spouse?
Professionalism. I think if you have a relationship with that person, it definitely bleeds into your professionalism, because that person's probably in there protecting you from stuff that she ain't got no business, or he ain't got no business protecting you.
That's true. And then what was the scenario that happened, when it was at work? So sometimes you have, I don't know, standard operating procedure you got to follow with work when it comes to not dating on a job. So kind of like that one guy who went to the concert or whatever with the lady that he was working with.
The one that was got caught on the jumbotron.
Yeah.
So, she was HR. So I know she knew she wasn't supposed to be talking to him.
And look what happened.
Right.
So you crossed
every boundary. So that's definitely a disadvantage. Especially because, she has access to people's records.
Absolutely.
She has access.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to say he probably did, but something probably tells me he asked her to do some things that was illegal.
Oh, yeah. And I meant to say a code of conduct.
Because he was the CEO and she was HR.
Yeah, HR. Now, come on.
Come on now. Yeah. That's a serious conflict of interest.
Absolutely. So that's when work wives go bad.
Yes, go left. So what are some advantages? Do you even see advantage to a work spouse?
So let me tell you, I've heard this before. I would say several years ago. I've had two men actually who've approached me and told me this statement actually. Both were bold enough to say that they were married, right? And was like, can we just kick it on the side? I don't know why they thought they can come to me and ask me so stupid question like that. Okay. And I had to tell them, get their wives on the phone. Let me ask your wife what she thinks.
Right. Let me see what she thinks.
Exactly. But both of them made the statement to me that I can just go home happier because I get what I want out here in the world or out here away from the home, outside of the home. When I go home, I'm going to go home happier. Why would I care if you go home happy or not? It don't matter to me. So I think the same thing with work wives and work husbands. You have somebody at work that's fulfilling your desires and your needs and everything that you have, and then you go home and guess what? I've been happy all day because John been taking care of me. He done took me to lunch and he done took care of me. He talked to me. So you coming home, you just as good as can be, and your spouse looking like, huh?
Right. Yeah, that's
I hate to say that that's an advantage, but from just the examples, I can kind of see that being an advantage. Some people may come home extremely stressed from the job, and if you have somebody at work, and I am not saying it is okay to have a work spouse while still having your real spouse. But what I am saying is that could possibly be a benefit. You have someone at work that you can confide in and that you can release that stress out to, and they can relate to it because they're on the job with you. And then when you come home, you don't got to deal with that. You can come through the door and you can be 100% for your family.
Not if you're sitting there thinking about that work spouse.
No, but what I'm saying is that you're able to come home and be able to actively still participate, and you're not so stressed out or whatever, worried about the work.
Right, but you're thinking about another woman or another man.
That's a whole nother issue. Yes, that's a whole nother issue.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I've also heard people say that having working with a spouse can be healthy if the couple sets clear boundaries and communicate effectively. Like some wives have
said. You
mean
working with your actual wife?
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah. So this is another thing. You can when you're working with your actual wife, that kind of is good. That's not bad.
I can see that leading to some role playing. I could take that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can. But baby, I want to ask you. No. I wanted to ask you. Remember, we saw this Facebook clip, and this is spot on to this topic, where the wife got the flowers from
her boss,
but the boss wasn't technically identified as her husband.
They were together.
Oh, explain the story to the listeners.
I'm not going to sit here and act like I remember it completely, but from my understanding, and I'm sure some people out there have probably heard this or read this, so she came home with flowers from her boss. Her boss sent her flowers to her house. He was that bold. He sent flowers to her house. And his excuse was, I do this to all my employees, but he didn't.
And this was during Valentine's Day.
And it was Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So, of course, the husband got mad, and I think he ripped the flowers out and threw them out or whatever.
Well, he wanted to.
No, I think he did. And she was livid.
Okay, right.
Almost like she was mad because my man gave me these flowers.
Right.
When my man is the one who's tearing up these flowers. So, you take that for what it's worth. And if the story was told, and then I think it came to light that they were messing around with each other.
Wow. Yeah, to me, I think that was extremely disrespectful to the marriage. Whatever y'all got going on outside of this household is on y'all.
And I think we had this conversation when we brought that up. And this is me. So when I was a little bit younger, not now, I wouldn't do it now, but when I was a little bit younger, I worked with females, a lot of females. But I also work with men.
Okay.
So for Christmas, I would get the folks at my job a gift too. But it was always, let's say, I think one year I got them purse hooks.
Okay.
So if you go to a restaurant, you're hanging on the table and your purse not on the floor. But I didn't just give it to one woman. I got every last one of them, a different design or whatever, but I got all of them purse hooks.
Okay, and what did you get them in?
I got them something universal too. I can't remember what it was.
Oh yeah, as long as
I got gifts for everybody that I kind of hung out with or talked to at work. So it wasn't just the women.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no. Yeah,
but I got the men like the same thing.
Yeah, and it's under because again we got company policy and code of conduct to follow. Normally you cannot give somebody a gift more than like $20 or something like that. So as long as you follow those protocols, I think that's perfectly fine.
But for me, I didn't think about it. That's not like, I'm trying to talk to this lady.
I just see one and not the rest of the one.
And I did this for years. So it's not like, I only did it once. I did it like every year. I like thoughtful gifts.
Right.
So I like to think about things.
Yeah, you do.
So I used to do it every
that's
year.
fine. But for this particular topic, when we're saying sending a woman flowers, if you were saying, oh, Jane at my job, I want to send her some flowers today because it's Valentine's Day. Let me just ask that part of the question. Do you think that's appropriate to send her flowers to her home for Valentine's Day?
No.
Okay, got it.
And it ended up not being appropriate, as you could see from the post.
Absolutely, but I think what most people were saying was even more inappropriate was the fact that the woman was so pissed off at the man
who was upset about it and didn't see her husband's side of why he felt the way he felt.
Yeah. So that's just disrespect to your relationship.
Extreme disrespect.
Yeah, so I definitely...
So in our marriage, if that happens, be assured we're going to have a problem.
Okay, well, first of all, slow down, because...
So speed up.
No,
don't slow down, speed up.
So if somebody at the job was sending everybody Valentine's Day flowers...
That's a different story.
Okay, well, we didn't get to that part for you to be able to say, oh, you know what, everyone gets these flowers every year.
Yeah, that's fine. But if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I remember the complete story, I think the card even had some... intimate things written in, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, how would you feel about that if my director who's a man, male, sent flowers to me for Valentine's
I think that's a problem.
Really?
Yeah, he sent them to you. Now, if you at work and he gives to...
What is the difference?
No, just listen.
Having your personal address?
No, just listen. I've done this as well.
I'm sure.
No, seriously, I have. So, and I think I did this for Valentine's Day. I got each individual woman a rose. I think I bought like a dozen and gave each one a rose out of the little bundle or whatever.
Why?
Just because I'm a gentleman.
Okay, gentleman opens doors if you see the woman.
And I opened the door.
You don't need to give no woman no roses and one little rose.
I said in my younger days.
Okay, well, I hope you were single then. Don't do it in your older days.
I won't do it in my older days.
Just open the door.
I see the wrinkles in your forehead.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah, just open the door for Miss Mary and keep it moving. Mm-hmm. She's good.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, baby. All right. Let me go ahead and move on because I don't need you upset with me tonight.
I'm not upset with you. I'm just letting you know.
I hold my baby tonight so we can go to sleep.
Okay. So. Are you getting to the quickie or no? You got some other points to make?
You have one more or anything else? No, we can get to this quickie then so I can get up out of here.
Okay.
I'm about to get myself in trouble.
No, you're not. You can talk your talk.
Oh, no. Looking at what the next episode is, I'm damn sure about to get myself in trouble.
Yeah, you are. You definitely are.
Wait,
what's the quickie? What is the quickie?
So, people out there, listeners, do you have a work spouse? Don't be afraid. If you got one, say it. I ain't got one, so.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with all your chest. Matter of fact, you open it up and let your chest hairs hang if you have to.
But some people, I think they do have them in their spouse at home transit, and it's fine.
There's a lot of people who have them and they don't reference them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't identify them.
That's my best friend.
Yeah, that's good.
But the relationship that you can see is kind of to that level where it's a work spouse, work house. Because, I made dinner last night, so I'm going to take him some dinner. Mm-hmm. What? Huh? You did what?
Okay, so that's unacceptable.
In my eyes, yeah.
Okay, so some people at work. Okay, so I guess it's just the fact that you identify just that one person.
That one person.
But if you brought everybody,
and you've heard me do this. I cook. Right. So a lot of people at work go, "What you cook?" And they want me to bring them something. Mm-hmm. But it's not. I'm just bringing Jane or Sarah or something.
Right.
If somebody asks, I'm gonna bring everybody something.
Gotcha. Okay, so quickie of the week.
So do you have a work spouse? Women, do you have a work husband? And men, do you have a work wife out there? And if you do, don't be afraid to let us know. I promise we won't let it. Well, we probably will. We're going to let that out.
We ain't going to let your name out.
We're going to let your name out, but we're going to let it be known.
And do you have any limits or boundaries when it comes to that work spouse?
Right. And if you really bold, let us know if y'all had something intimate with that
We're not going there. Here we go.
Hey, people like the drama, baby. You know they like the drama.
God have mercy. Come on, baby.
You don't think the people like the drama?
No, sir. And nobody want to know if they had no sexual relation. I did not have
relations with that woman. Let me get that dress you had on there. Gotcha. So let us know if you have a work husband or work wife, ladies and men out there. Some of y'all might have a work husband and you a man. I'm going to leave that alone. But are there any limits or boundaries that had to be set with that relationship from somebody at your job? All right, so that's what we're asking for. And you know how we do. We're going to start live feeding to see if anybody going to be bold enough to respond.
Yes.
So we'll see. We'll see how that works. So as we going to let it be go, that's the end of this show. We just want to say thank you to all of our wonderful and amazing listeners that we have of this podcast. We will continue to press on. Mm-hmm. We will continue to just have some interesting topics. Mm-hmm. I'm going to call it that, some interesting topics. And we got one for you next week.
Oh, next week. Come on.
Next week, we're talking about would you marry someone with a high body count? And by body count, we're talking about sexual partners.
I'm in there with a stripper.
So, and that might be one. Can you marry a stripper? I partially might have.
When? Your previous marriage?
No. Somebody keep talking about they gonna work on the pole because they furloughed. They trying to work on the pole.
This government only got a half a more day. One more day. I only got 4 more hours in me.
I might be in love with a stripper after tomorrow.
No, with a stripper because she rock and she roll. And I bring that money in here and take care of all these bills for the next year. That's right.
So we want to know, can you marry or even date somebody with a high body count? So that man that been with 50 women or that woman been being with 50 men, can you date her?
Slow down. And the crazy part about it is that we actually had a listener call in. So we're going to read you what he told us when he called in.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy. It is going to be crazy. So stay tuned. Next week, get to get all of them
next week.
Because you know somebody across here from me that had a few body counts. Yeah, go ahead, baby. Go ahead. What were you telling the people? Stay tuned.
As we like to say, thank you for listening, and we out. Peace. I'm entertaining this one.